Hi, Shaun, for the 25th time. Okay.
Everything's a learning process thing.
Well, before we continue, I just want to explain to people that why we're on Zoom. I'm traveling. I'm in Tampa right now, so different time zones with Shaun. So we're just going to try to do a little bit of a show today, and
Yeah.
we'll be talking about food, I guess.
Well, because the last time we were hanging out, we were eating. So we might as well just talk about food. But you told me, okay, we had some technical difficulties, but Maria was telling me she's going to eat some octopus. Did you eat or not
Not
eat?
yet, because we've been trying to get this show and before I eat, and I'm like, okay, let's
Before
hurry
you
in.
eat, because you have to eat
Oh,
before you eat.
oh my gosh. So we're talking about food and I want to eat and so
And you want octopus.
yeah, it's that I hope they still have it on the menu.
Mhm.
So, because, here being in Florida near the ocean, you want to take advantage of having seafood because from where we're from, we don't have seafood there really. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
let's talk about where we're real from because I'm really from San Diego. And so I think my ocean food in San Diego is better than Florida food. And where you
Oh,
are
for
real.
sure. For
Yeah.
sure. No. Yeah, Pacific is, I think. Yeah. So, but
I
I'm talking
don't
about
know.
currently on
Mhm.
our
Okay.
everyday life, we don't
I
have
know.
seafood. Okay, you're
Desert,
always putting the San
desert,
Diego in there.
desert
You get
seafood.
what I mean? You're putting the San Diego in there. I might as well put the Philippines in there, but I'm not
That's what
thinking
I'm
about that right now.
saying. I'm saying like ocean food, like from great places, is amazing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the fact that anywhere I go that has access to water, you want to go for the
You're
seafood.
gonna eat. You're gonna eat the seafood. Yes,
Yeah,
100%.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of other stuff. Want to take advantage because where we are at now, we don't have it, right?
No, I agree. Like, no, I tell people I'm kind of a seafood snob, and I say that with great respect. Of like, if I eat something and I think it's delicious, I'm going to say, "Oh my gosh, this is really good," because I have had the experience of living in Hawaii and living in Seattle and being from California, where I
Yeah,
can
for
literally
sure.
eat food straight out of the ocean. And when you're in
Yeah.
the desert, it's like hard to
Yeah.
find it.
I'm still trying to find a great Chinese place where we are. I mean, I
Well,
went
we
from
went to
seafood to
one.
Chinese place. But we did go to that buffet.
We did
So,
go to the buffet. I don't recommend the sushi, but I did love the egg drop soup. So good, so good, so good.
no, they have a good variety of food, and there are options for sure.
Yeah.
Not not too much where it's overwhelming. You know how some buffets can be so overwhelming, like there's just too many, but it's
To
just right. With the right like different cuisines that you can choose from, which is and there's a lot of people, so people like it, and
Well, no, I loved the fact that we did have to wait in line. To me, that was a good sign going,
right,
must be good
exactly,
because people are
yeah,
waiting to get in.
yeah.
And
And it's a
I
good price. The price is good. It's like
the price is
16.99,
awesome.
right?
Yeah.
Under $20, 16.99.
Under $20 for all you can eat.
Yeah,
Seriously. I mean,
exactly. It's not bad.
and
If you
even though like I didn't eat earlier because I was waiting to go to all you can eat, I still couldn't eat all I can eat.
you have to be hungry to go to a buffet,
But
right?
I
But
made
then
sure I was hungry and I was like overwhelmed.
I think it's just, yeah, you were too hungry that you just literally piled everything on your plate and you're
I
like,
did. I did. And I took a picture of it. So maybe they can see like what I had on my plate.
yes, we will. We definitely will need to show that.
But
But
it was delicious.
Right? It
What
was
was your
delicious.
favorite?
The steak. I had a taste for the steak, but because I was smelling it while we were in line.
Yeah. Yum,
That
yum.
smells really good because they make it right there, and then
And
how
that,
you
okay,
want it. The
this is
temperature
what
that
I
you
love.
want it.
I
Yes,
like it when you make the food in front of you so I know how it's made. I
right,
appreciate that. And that's one
exactly.
thing I loved about the place that we did go to is like they are literally like making food fresh
Mm-hmm.
in front of you
Fresh.
instead of you
And
walking into a place and it's just there and you don't know how
yeah,
long it's been there for.
yes.
Yeah.
So
So I highly recommend if you want
it's
some fresh, all you can eat food at a really good price. Yummy.
it's called Lynn's, by the way, people. Sorry, Lynn's. And I think they have it at other. I think they may have it at other states.
Well,
Maybe.
you said you were interested because there was one here in Arizona, and you said there was like one in Texas or something,
I think
or
they have it in Texas. Yeah. So
do they have
yeah,
one in Florida?
I don't know, but there's so many options here. I'm sure.
I
You
know.
know. So I mean,
But
I'm
we
all
have
for
to give
seafood.
kudos to why you're there. You're there because your husband sells insurance. And so if anyone needs insurance,
Yeah.
reach out to Maria. She can hook you up.
Yes. Well, we have an Instagram and FB page. The health insurance is easy. So just look that page up.
Yeah.
So,
But she's just there to eat the food.
oh no, I'm here to socialize and support my husband, I guess. Get away from the kids for a few days. Yeah. Even though
So
I'm still thinking about them
how
and
I
worrying.
know. How is that going? I mean, you're not there for a long time. You're only there for a few days, but just
Yeah.
without your kids.
Well, you're always going to worry, and you're hoping that you're not going to get a phone call and be like, pick up your child at school or something,
Oh my
like,
gosh.
or if
I,
they're
I,
sick, or you know what I'm saying, like,
I
and for anything, like if they're sick or what,
do you
they
have your phone like titled like your kid's school? Because my school is titled by my child. It's not my child's name, it's the school name. And so the other day I was working and I got like a phone call from the school and I was freaking out. I was like,
right,
do I answer it? Like, holy cow. Like, what did my kid do? And I know she's a good kid, and it had nothing to do with her. They were just like,
right.
it was about a donation. I'm like, okay.
Well, yeah. Or
Like, I was like,
I got a text last week because there was a power outage at the school, and thank God I looked at it because my son needed to be picked up. You know,
oh, because the
yeah,
power went out.
yeah. No AC. They need AC in their.
So kids have to leave school when there's a power outage.
Yeah, if it's basically if they couldn't fix it that day, they had to leave. So so he didn't really have school this past Monday.
Happy for him.
Probably, yeah. You get a text, who's picking me
He's
up?
like, yes, I had a test that day. Yes.
Yes, right? It's like you get the text like, who's picking me up? I'm like, ooh, good question. Who's picking you up? Because I wasn't planning on picking you up right now. But yeah. Yeah, it's like having a snow day because we don't have snow days, right?
No, we live in Arizona. If we had a snow day in Arizona, that would just be a miracle from God going, oh, you don't need to be in school. You don't need to be at
No, but
work.
actually, you know what makes up for the snow days is they have longer breaks. Like spring break is 2 weeks. This is for the public school.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not in that category. Sorry.
yeah. And yeah, I have one kid in public school because she didn't want to go to a private school like the other two. But you know what I mean? It's like 2 weeks spring break, 2 weeks fall break, 2 weeks Christmas break.
See, my
But
attitude is kids need to be in school. So I'm like so
yeah,
happy. Like my daughter gets so upset when she's like, other people are out of school. I'm like, no, girl, you need to be in school.
No, but I think it all evens out though. They still have the same amount of days that they're supposed to be in school. It's just that the breaks are different because public schools, they go, well, depends on the district. Where I'm from, they go back in July instead of August. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And it's so funny because we're almost neighbors, but you live in Gilbert, I live in Mesa, and my
Yeah,
daughter goes
a
back to
different
school in
district.
August.
August. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But
Yeah.
when do your kids get out of school? Because June.
Same, like in May, end of like in almost
Oh,
end of
May. It is May. You're right.
yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, they all end around the same time. It's just the starting is a month out, but because that's what the district voted on with how the school days are spread out. They want longer breaks during the school year as opposed to having longer summer break. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How do we get from kids to food or from
I
food to
don't
kids?
know. It always goes back to that because you asked me how I'm feeling.
We always talk about our kids, and I was like enjoying the food talk.
Okay, well, we can go back to that, or I can get off the Zoom so I can go eat.
I want to hear all about the octopus. Oh my gosh, I'm so
Okay.
jealous.
Well, let's hope that I'm going to take a picture, but let's hope they still have that on the menu. Last time I was here, that I really loved it. I'm like, I want that again. So
I'm happy for you. So Maria, thank you for taking the time on your happy day to
just to check in, so we'll have some little content for today. Maybe not much. Sorry, guys, but we just shared with you that Chinese buffet in Arizona called Lynn's, and I believe they have a couple locations one in Phoenix and. Oh, they
and
may
then
have one
me.
in Tucson. I think they have one in
Okay.
Tucson too,
Okay.
right? Because I think
Yeah.
we went to the one in Mesa.
We went to
So
the one in Mesa. We went to
yes,
Knighthood.
yes. So hopefully we'll have more times to, see and review restaurants.
Oh, we're gonna be restaurant reviewers now. I'm in.
Well, kinda, but I don't know though because you're so picky. I
I am
mean,
picky. And speaking of picky, we are going to have like a guest on our show. My friend Bud, that I met, we just figured out, I think we talked about this earlier, 28 years ago, is now an amazing chef in Telluride, Colorado. And I love knowing chefs because you can like test their food and you can watch them make it in front of you. So we're going to have Chef Bud be a guest on our show.
okay, I'm
Okay.
game. I'm game. That's awesome.
All right,
And then
Maria, you
we'll
have a great time.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
All right,
Talk
love
soon.
you.
Love
Talk
you
to
too.
me about octopus.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Bye.